Hi, MorganDragonMoon.
Hello, Kat.
How you going?
I'm doing pretty good. It's really
That's
warm here, though.
Yeah. Are you warm in your cape?
Yeah, I'm literally wearing a shirt with like very little sleeves on it right now too. So
You didn't have to wear it, but thank you.
you're welcome.
I just thought of that there. You must be hot in that cape and the hat.
Oh yeah, but oh well.
This is how dedicated you are.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got no viewers yet, but we will. I'm going to share a bit.
All right. Sounds
I'll
good.
just hang about a bit. I've got no viewers yet. So what you been doing? Working and
Been
being busy?
working, and then I've been planning on an event for a class that I'm going to teach.
What was that for?
I'm going to be teaching a class on the solstice.
Wonderful. That's good. That's great.
Yeah, I'm still doing the brainstorming for the class, but I have a good feeling about that. This is going to get enough people to do it that my name's going to be out there more. So
yeah, exactly. That's really good.
Yeah, and it's going to be a really interesting night too, especially since the lunar eclipse is going on right now too.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking for your video. What is it? I've got a bit of noise. Can you hear the noise in the background here?
Yeah, I can hear it.
I might go into the grey room for a minute. It's not for me. It's not for me. It's I'll explain later. Hold on one second.
So, as you were saying, well, it's going to be a really interesting night tonight. I feel it. I guess that more people are starting to feel this kind of energy as well. Because I feel like the collective consciousness is starting to wake up in a big way. And yeah, it's going to be really interesting what goes on this year. This year, I feel like this could be very powerful for change and everything. It seems like it's going to be really chaotic right now, but that's usually how change is created, through chaos and stuff like that. Like you can't build something new without having to demolish everything down. You know what I mean? It's like the creativity and the destruction all are balancing each other out, the yin and the yang. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting what happens. I feel like a lot of us are going to start going on their ultimate destiny paths now. I feel like I'm starting to go down that path right now too. Sorry, it's just really warm in here. So I feel like I should talk about how humanity should start communing more with nature and being with the plants a lot. Because I tell you what, when I'm watering the garden at my parents' house and looking at the garden and all the flowers and everything at my parents' house, I just feel so alive during that. I feel so connected to the earth. It's just fantastic. And then watching all of the stuff I planted in the grounds, planting the seeds of creation and watching it finally manifest and grow. It's just amazing. It just proves that we all have the ability to manifest what we want to manifest, but what everybody has usually is subconscious or conscious blockers inside their heads or their souls. Like I feel, for example, mine is I have repressed anger that I had from childhood up to now. I've never been able to properly express my anger because I I have a feeling like one time I did express it once and ended up not working very well, and that's what kind of made me shut it off from actually expressing it healthy. So that I'm going to work on. I have my parents, my mom's a chronic healer. She's going to help me with my anger, depression, and stuff like that, and remove that blockage. And then I also feel like I got some other psychic blockage, but it's not really like something I really know exactly what it is. It was described to me from someone else as like some kind of dark aura thing, like lurking in the background, kind of like how she described it as like there's like an invisible hand manipulating, like blocking you from certain things, or whatever. It's like blocking you like in circumstances that you would normally not be blocked in. So I have a feeling that's going to go away soon too, and I'm really happy about that. I feel like destiny is going to start intersecting people's lives now, and also another way to feel really good is with physical exercise as well, because I started doing that now, and I did one workout at the gym like for a whole hour. I usually sometimes try to go to the gym every day, do a workout, and I feel really good afterwards. I mean, it's like it's not only like physically helping your body, but like there's doing something in your head, like chemicals released in your head that causes you to feel really good. Like you just feel like, oh man, I just feel great afterwards. Like I accomplished something big, you know? And you know what they say, your body's a temple, you might as well start treating it like a temple and respecting it and stuff like that. So gotta respect mine and make myself a lot better. Yeah. So the eclipse tonight's going to be in the sign of Sagittarius. That's going to be interesting because Sagittarius is a fire sign. So I have a feeling that this is going to cause some really emotional boiling and stuff like that. Because you have the sign of Sagittarius going up against the node of the North Node, which is in Gemini, I do believe. I can take a look at the chart here right now. To look at the charts here. But I do believe the North Node is in Gemini right now. Yes, True Node's in Gemini right now. It was just in the sign of Cancer. Yeah, it was Cancer. Cancer is a water sign, I do believe, and now it's entered Sagittarius. Gemini, and Gemini is a air sign, if I believe. Yeah, it's an air sign. So it's going to be really interesting because a lot of strange events happened with the True Node in Gemini and Saturn in Aquarius, and there's a lot of things that are happening right now that seem like Gemini is like written all over it. So definitely pay attention to everything that's around you right now, like with the news and everything, because there's going to be like doubles of stuff going on like now. Like, for example, this one celebrity said something about this other guy who was like his long lost brother, twin brother, or something like that. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of the twin aspects in this going on right now. So like there's, how am I going to describe it? Yeah, just keep an eye on the news because everything's not as it seems. Like everybody has a double. They're not necessarily related to you. They're just like, you know, this is a simulated program. So why wouldn't there be like doubles of certain people because the program maybe got ran out of ideas how to create people. Oh, I just realized I did not have my lantern on. Sorry, I'm going to turn that on right now. There we go. Do apologize about that. Like this, I love this lantern. I just love the color purple, and then it's got like a really mystical feeling to it, you know. So far we have interesting. Might be my internet connection, I don't know though. But then again, a lot of people are probably not even awake right now. Physically, I should say. Oh, maybe we do have 2 viewers, I don't know. So, getting something.
We've got 4 viewers.
Got 4 viewers?
3.
Okay.
As soon as I come in, one dropped off. Can't actually see the viewers.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got no comments yet. It's quiet.
It is quiet. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are watching the eclipse right now. If it is going on right now, I really don't know. It might have happened earlier today, but you definitely can feel the energy from that eclipse right now. It's really fiery energy, since it's in Sagittarius, you know.
Yeah. Whoever's watching, please say hi if you want.
Yeah, don't be shy.
Yeah.
Say hello. Definitely do a reading tonight for everybody if they want one. It's still 1997, right?
Yeah. 1997. Oh, here we go. Got some comments.
Oh, we got a few comments here.
Sandy says hi. Tell me I'm
asleep, Mom.
Joy just said she jumped on watching the full moon rise. Oh, nice.
Cool. I love to see the full moon.
And well, Becky says that if you want a reading, Becky, tonight they're only $19.97. They're usually $35, and you can get in the studio or audio or do it in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
But anyone watching, if you subscribe to the prize, you win a prize at the website. And there's no contracts to sign. There's nothing. You don't have to pay anything. It's all free.
It's free. Yeah.
Yeah. And Ella Rose says good night. Good night.
Good night.
And you're welcome, Becky.
Yeah, it almost feels like the energy of Sagittarius almost feels like dragon fire coming down on you right now. It's like the fire of that energy is like cleansing everything that's going on right now. I feel like it's the creation. I feel like it's the fire of creation that's going on right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Anyone got any views?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. You go right ahead.
Oh, no, I was going to talk about your teaching now. What you're teaching.
Oh, what I'm going to teach?
Yeah.
What readings am I doing? I'm just doing any kind of reading, really.
Oh, there we go. I'll put that comment out. Yeah. You've got tarots there. You've got your Chinese tarots tonight.
Chinese fortune cards here, so
they're amazing.
They are. I love these cards. I did a reading on someone yesterday with them, and very good reading.
Yeah. So if anyone wants to reading, just click on the link above the video stream or under it. There's a PayPal link there.
I will do a reading if you wish to click on the profile link, and it's 1907, definitely feel free to do an special system on the 45. And I feel like I'm going to get a lot of information, a lot of money that you put in Google. But, hi, Michelle. How are you doing? Just talk about dragons all of a sudden, because I felt like something about a dragon coming in. So, as you know, in mythology, dragons are large, serpent-like creatures, depending on where you live. I mean, if you live in Europe, they have like really big wings on their back, and long tail, and like a 4 limbs. So, if you're from China, or Asia, the Asian region, like, I'll show you exactly what they look like. You know, it's kind of hard to describe them. But serpent-looking creatures, they look like this. Dragon in the Asian mythology and stuff like that. Oh, excuse me 1 second. I gotta close this program I was trying to open up. Okay, there we go. 1 second. There we go. Got it. So anyways, in Asia, the dragons were considered like gods. They were benevolent creatures, and sometimes they were malevolent. It all depended on the dragon you encountered. And they were really well respected there. I mean, they used the symbol of the dragon as a symbol of power in the Imperial Chinese society and empires and stuff like that. It's starting up again? Seriously? There we go. This one program keeps trying to open up and wanting me to play this game, but it's like, I don't want to play it right now. So anyways, in Europe, dragons had different reputation. There, they were considered evil, malevolent. A lot of people would associate the dragon in Europe as relation to the Abrahamic devil or Satan or whatever you wish to call that entity. They felt like that was a physical representation of it, but no, it was not. A lot of stuff gets distorted through time and history. But dragons are just like anybody else. It's like they won't bother you as long as you don't bother them. And they get mad, you know? And in fact, dragons are also related to certain extraterrestrial beings known as the Alpha Draconians. There's ones that have really big wings on their back. They're like the royalty class of that species. And then the ones that don't have wings, they're like the kind of like the working class / subclasses of that species. And then like the other reptilian beings also kind of look like the lower class things like that. And dragons, yeah, dragons are almost in a lot of different cultural mythology. You have the one symbol of the dragon eating its tail. I can't remember exactly what mythology that's in. And then you have Quetzalcoatl from Mexico, Aztec mythology. And then, yeah, dragons appear everywhere. It's interesting. It's like how you don't realize that one person on the planet could have the single thought, and then 8 other people or 9 other people on the planet could have the exact same thought and actually act out on that thought. So it's like you can tell that we are all connected psychically and unconsciously together. So it's fascinating when you start to realize that. And what was I going to say? Sorry, I'm just trying to get all the messages that are coming through right now. Solstice is coming up. I'm actually really excited about that. It's going to be the longest day of the year. And I can't wait to do my class that day. I'm going to have a bonfire that night as well for them. And I hope they enjoy it. I'm not going to have a whole lot of people in this class, so I'm going to limit it to nine people. Because I really don't want it to be like a really huge event, because I want them to I want this event to be special to them, because they're going to learn a lot about a particular goddess at that event. And yeah, that's all I have for now for that. I will post up more about that eventually on my page as soon as I start brainstorming all the stuff for it. But yeah, it's going to be really exciting. And did you see that lightning storm in Washington, D.C. last night? That was crazy. Like how the lightning was striking certain areas twice. That was just, I didn't know if it was real or not. It's fascinating. Something energetically is going to happen in that area. I know that for sure. But there's definitely an interesting energy going around the world right now. This is definitely, how would I describe it? This is the beginning of our ascension cycle finale, and I think. I feel like we're in the final stages of the ascension cycle, getting ready to shift into the other dimensions and stuff like that. So I guess you could compare it to being like in the final stages of being done. You know, like you're in an oven and you're like the pie in the oven, and you're like in the final stages of being done. Like you're starting to get really well cooked, and then you're almost ready to be pulled out of the oven and be consumed, but not like consumed as in like physically consumed, but you know what I mean. Like, or I guess the better way I would say is you're the cocoon, and now you're starting to turn into the butterfly. You're getting ready to turn into the butterfly now, or the moth, or whatever you want to say. But yeah, it's going to be fascinating to look at the sky tonight, I bet. Just wonder if there's anybody looking down on us, like looking back at us in the skies. I feel like there is. Yeah. So this is the Online Psychics Live show, and I'm MorganDragonMoon, and I will be on here until 11 o'clock tonight, and I will be doing readings for anybody who wishes to have a reading, and it's only $19.97. It's normally $35, but they're doing a special right now, and all you have to do is just click the PayPal link in the description. And if you wish to subscribe to the Online Psychics Live Facebook page, or I think it's YouTube as well, you get the chance to spin the prize wheel and win a free prize for the website. So definitely do that. I highly recommend it. So as you know, the summer solstice has another name too in the pagan community and stuff like that. It's a pagan holiday as well. It's called Litha or Midsummer's Eve. Midsummer. That's a time in mythology where the Oak King passes away, and then the Holly King ends up ruling the rest of the year until Yule, which is the other solstice. So, in a sense, Litha or Midsummer is the halfway mark of the other half of the year. So, like right now, we're in the light months, the light part of the year, And once the solstice ends, then we start entering the dark half of the year. When the dark half of the year is usually when like stuff starts like dying, you know, like plants and sometimes animals and stuff like that. It's stuff to do with agriculture and stuff like that. Because after midsummer, it's the first harvest holiday called Lammas. And then it's the second harvest holiday called Mabon, which is like the Thanksgiving of the pagan holidays. And then Samhain, which is the last harvest holiday, the third harvest holiday. And that's the time where everybody honors their ancestors and then starts planning on what to do during the new year. What's going on with my computer? Sorry about that. And then after Samhain is Yule, and that's during the solstice in December. And that's when the Holly King gets dethroned and the Oak King is back again. And that's the time when the god is reborn too. So that makes a whole lot of sense of why Christmas is around December 25th, because it's, in my opinion, ties with the solstice, the returning of the sun, you know? Yeah, it's fascinating, some of the stuff you learn once you start going down your spiritual path and going through an awakening phase. Not phase, I mean cycle. Yeah, so definitely some dragon energy out there right now, and we definitely could use it. Let's see. Bye, Joy. Nice to see you again. Yeah, so there's, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So according to Chinese lore, there is 4 dragon kings that represent the 4 seas, and then there's also another dragon king representing the earth. So you got Heilong, he's a black dragon. He represents the winter, the water, the North Chinese Sea, and the Aoshan. Then you got Qinglong. It was like Qinglong. Qinglong, I think that's how you say it. Blue-green dragon represents spring, wood, the Eastern Chinese Sea, and then Aoguan. Then you have Qilong, which is the red dragon. He represents the summer, the fire, the South Chinese Sea, and the Owl Queen. Then you got Bailong, which is the white dragon, represents autumn, the metal energy, and like feng shui. And then like Qinghai and Aorun. And you got Huanglong, which is the yellow dragon, who represents the earth energy, the year, and the Zion. So I would say if we are in the season right now, we'd be in Qilong, which is the red dragon. I would say that's for Kat, since you're living in the southern hemisphere, you would be in Hailong, which is the black dragon. That would be in winter, if I'm not mistaken. But it's technically still spring here, so it would be Qinglong here, and then Bailong, and where Kat's at. Yeah, it's fascinating, some of the stuff that you find out, like about the dragon gods and stuff. Like, there's a lot of stuff about dragons. And you have, if you look up the flag of the Qing dynasty, the Qing dynasty, it has a dragon on it. There's just a lot of artwork in China of the dragon. It's just fascinating. I love the design of it. It's just amazing. There's a really interesting picture of a dragon here on this temple in Taipei, Taiwan. It's just, wow. How the heck did they make that? It's just fascinating. I just have such a connection with the Chinese design of the dragon. It's just, I love that design. I mean, it's like the serpent looking thing, and then, yeah, it's just fascinating. And then, like, now they have the tendrils coming out of their nose. Dragons are fascinating creatures. I wish more people liked them as much as I did. But, yeah, I feel like the dragon is going to play a lot into this year. And as if you're not aware right now, we are also in, let's see here. Checking out something here really quick. Man, my computer's slow. Sorry about that. Chinese New Year. It is the year of the rat. Is it the, what rat is it exactly? Is it the metal rat? We're in the year of the metal rats. Interesting. And it's the yang energy, so yeah, there's definitely that fire energy, because fire, I mean, not, yeah, fire. And dragon is yang energy, yang energy, and then you have the yin energy, which is the feminine energy. So yeah, there's a lot of that coming up right now, and it's gonna be fascinating to see what happens next. It might look really crazy right now, but just realize that this is happening for a reason. It's like the universe has a plan, and it's one of those things that humanity really can't understand. I mean, the spirits on the other side already know exactly what's going on, and they're just like, why are you guys panicking? This is exactly what's supposed to happen. You know, it's like spirit doesn't care about how you see things in the world. They see it more clearly than you do. And spirits can be very persuasive, especially if they need to get a hold of you for a reason. So don't ever underestimate what spirit can do. They'll nudge your life in the direction that you're supposed to go if they need to. So like if you had commitments with the spirit realm, they'll try to get a hold of you and say, hey, you have commitments to the spirit realm that you made before you incarnated here. This is us telling you, hey, you need to start honoring your commitments now. And they're not going to stop interrupting you unless you start recognizing, hey, this is what you have to do now. They won't let you say no, because it's your commitments. You made a commitment. You have a contract. You have to follow your contract. But there is a way that you can break your contracts. Well, not break your contracts, but rewrite your contracts if you want to. But a lot of people don't know how. And honestly, if you found out what your life path is, I would say that 75% of you would actually still do it. Whereas the rest of you, I think you would be like, no, I don't want this. I don't want to do this. I want something new. But You still have free will, though. But eventually, one way or another, you're going to be pushed down your path. But the question is, are you going to learn your lesson and move on, be able to move on, or are you going to be like, nope, I didn't learn my lesson, I have to come back to school? So all depends on the spirit level and your spiritual understanding. But one thing for sure is that spirits will not take your BS. They'll see right through it. They're like people that can easily see through a wire. They'll see it right away. They'll be like, hey, you're not lying to me. I can see through it right away. But some are not really ready to heed the call of spirit. But a lot of others are starting to heed it now. They're starting to activate. I feel like I activated already. I have a lot of intense dreams right now. Kind of strange. I don't know why. But I'm getting something about water. Something involving the water. Something about water shortages. No, I don't think it's water shortages. No. You remember that article where you saw those people filling that pool in whatever state it was? Like all these people were swimming and they were super close together, and then they were like, no, you can't do that. You got to be in quarantine now. I have a feeling that people are going to start saying that you can get dosum list from water. But don't buy it. Don't buy it at all. Because for one, your water already has the cleaners in it. Your water already has sanitizers in it. They're safe sanitizers. They've been using water for years to clean water. Otherwise, you'd be getting sick if you drank unpurified water. So, yeah, they're going to try saying that, but don't believe it. In fact, my advice to you would be do not watch anything on the news at all right now without double checking what they're saying. And make sure you go to certain sites that you know for a fact they're telling the truth, because there's a lot of sites out there now that are making stuff up because they're bought and paid for. Just fact. And if you feel like the information you're getting is true, then usually your intuition's correct. Most of the time your intuition's correct. But sometimes they're pretty good at fooling people because they've done that before. People like to do that. So we're about at 40 minutes now. I'm still doing readings if you wish to do a reading tonight. They're $19.97. If you wish to have one, click on the PayPal link above. And if you want to subscribe to Online Psychics Live, you can also spin the prize wheel and get a free prize on the website for a reading. Usually you get like I've heard someone say they got like an extra 15 minutes for free on the reading, or like such stuff like that. So yeah, definitely take advantage of that, because there's a lot of good psychics on this platform, and I would definitely capitalize on that price range for reading for sure. Very good deal. But who knows what happens? Let's see what Spirit wants us to do tonight, you know? I just feel really excited tonight because, I don't know, something with the fire energy coming out or something like that. I don't know. But, sorry if something's coming in my head. Something about the sky. Something about the sky, like watch the sky. There's something about the sky coming through. I don't know exactly what. Does it have to do with the satellites? Yeah, something about the satellites. There's the SpaceX satellites. I'm getting something about the SpaceX satellites, and there's something about them that you need to watch. I have a feeling like something's gonna happen to one of those satellites or something. I really don't know for sure, but keep an eye on those, because I have no idea what those satellites are even for, but they might be for something good. I feel like they are, but keep an eye on them, because I have a feeling one of them is going to get knocked out of the sky. I don't know why, but I have a feeling one of them is. Someone's going to make themselves known soon. There's going to be some event coming up, because I have a feeling like the current events that are going on right now are failing, and I feel like they're going to try another event. You ever heard of the theory about them talking about possibly a false flag alien invasion? What a lot of people don't know is that the aliens that they're going to say are part of the invasion are already actually living on this planet right now. They're from this planet. I don't know if any of you are familiar with the hollowed earth theory, but apparently below the earth there's another civilization of people living there. And the hollow earth then hasn't really came up to the surface at all yet, so I hear things about them possibly coming up very soon. I don't know, but I'm one of those people that don't know for sure if they believe the hollow earth thing, but to me it makes more sense than flat earth, in my opinion. But who knows? A lot of things in this reality have been deceived. We've been deceived on a lot of things, so who knows what's real or what's not real, you know? But anyways, I don't know. I just can't fathom the Earth being as flat as this. I just can't. But then again, I think that has to do with our spiritual evolution. I mean, there's probably beings that see the Earth as being flat because maybe their spiritual maturity is not there yet. Like maybe they are at the preschool level of spiritual growth or something like that, like spirituality thing, like their soul's like the preschool level or something like that. And then you have the ones that are up in the charts, the ones that are like, I'm going to say me, that are pretty much waiting for graduation, high school graduation now. So, like, you already passed your test, now you're just waiting to walk on the stage to finally ascend. But there's others that are on this planet now that are like the professors that know what's going on and everything like that. So it all depends on your soul maturity, because there's going to be there's a lot of souls on this planet that, in my opinion, that are not quite there yet. I mean, there's quite a bit of them that are like, I'd rather just party on all night and sleep all day, you know, instead of like, what's spirituality? Why do I need it, you know? To them, it's just a bunch of crazy things, you know, but I don't see it that way. So it all depends on what your perspective is, because you could see something as being good and then the other person could see it as being bad, and yet you're technically both right. You know what I mean? So I kind of want to do a group card reading for everybody. Okay, I'm getting something with sand now. Something with the ocean, sand, really hot sun. I feel like this is involving California. I feel like there's going to be way more people trying to go to the beach now, and they're going to try to stop it, and they're probably going to try to stop it what's going on right now while they're trying to stop people going to the beach. But I don't see that happening as successfully as they think they want it to happen. But or is it telling you to go more towards the ocean, or more towards like sand and salt water and stuff like that? Because salt water is very good to be around. It's very cleansing, because you have this purity of salt and then the purity of water, and it's both like a physical and spiritual cleansing thing. Yeah, that's probably what it was. Yeah, that's probably what it was. So definitely try a saltwater bath one time. See what happens, because I have a feeling that it's going to be really good for whoever tries it. Yeah, don't knock down salt, because salt has really important values. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a really big, precious spice. Well, not really spice, but like a object during the Middle Ages and stuff like that. So that's about 49 minutes left. A road trip, nice. Yeah, that'd be really fun to do a road trip. I think I'm going to do free reading for everybody. See what happens. See what Spirit has to say to everybody. Besides, get your act together and start changing your life, you know. Because I'm pretty sure if none of you have interacted with your guides yet, they're saying, hey, start talking to us. So we got 1, 2, 3. Okay. I feel like this is going to be a really good reading for everybody, so let's see what happens. So the first card is Hope. That's so funny, because it was the first card I drew for a friend of mine the other day. Too funny. Second card's Reunions. The last card is Children. So what I'm getting is the hope. Hope, to me, this card represents like you're trying to hold on to your lights. You're trying to hold on to your hope that something better is going to happen. Like you feel like all this chaos is going on right now. You feel like your world's gone. Your world's being eroded away. Like you don't know what's going on anymore. Oh, where am I? I'm lost, you know? But you still have the hope inside of you that no, everything's okay and this is just a part of some big grand scheme of design that's going on right now. And from the second card, the reunions card, your hope is starting to cause more people that you knew in the past that were really connected to you physically and psychically are starting to come back in your life. I mean, old friends that are long gone, that you used to knew and they moved away, now they're coming back into your life. Maybe your true love that incarnated with you in this lifetime is now finally coming into your life because now is the time that you actually need them. Or maybe your family used to be so distant apart from each other. Now you're starting to get closer and closer together because you're concerned about everybody's health and safety now. But from what I get for the last card, which is children, something with celebrations, like a happy events. No, graduations already happened. That's not fast. Barbecues, holidays are coming up. They're going to be more significant now to you now because now you realize how important these people were in your life and are in your life now, and they're coming back together. You're celebrating and creating something brand new out of it, like a new tradition or a new a routine or new understanding of what's going on. From what I heard, from what I'm getting from the spirit realm, is that your destinies are going to start. You're going to start heading towards your final ultimate destiny or ultimate destination. So you're starting to be able to manifest what you want in your life now. Like some of you, I feel like, are still going through the hoops and doors of your life, but yeah, you're getting close and close enough to the end of it where you're going to start to live how you want to live. And others, I feel like you're already out of your maze now, and now you're starting to be able to manifest what you want, and you finally figured out the key, the riddle to the puzzle. I feel like you're going to be celebrating now that your life is starting to get back together. And then not only that, but the subconscious of the planet is starting to get stronger and together. And now we're starting to create the new reality that we want it to be, the reality of love, the reality of happiness, the reality of truth. The darkness is gone. The light's finally back, and it's going to rule. But yet, we're in the reality where we need both dark and light, but once we ascend to 5D, we won't need the dark anymore. There will only be one. The dark and light will be one. It will be all one thing. So the yin and yang will be gone. Does that make sense to any of you? So I feel like it did. I feel like that made a lot of sense to a couple of you. But yeah, that was the reading I got. It feels really good talking about it because there's just something really strong about that energy tonight. It's just fantastic. But at the same time, it's like you got to be careful because Sagittarius is like could be worked up easily, like a scared horse. You know what I mean? I'm glad you enjoyed it, Michelle. And I enjoyed it too. Hi, Christy. How are you doing? That was a really good reading tonight. Very well. Very happy I did it. I hope you were happy I did it as well. Felt like all of you were really connected tonight, like psychically connected to this tonight. Let me just see if my ex is coming back. That's a good question. Oh, we're running short on time. I'm sorry. Too bad you weren't in here earlier.
Yes, we're doing one last call for paid readings if you've got time. Otherwise, we're not. Do you have to go to work?
No, I don't have to go to work. I'm just getting a little exhausted tonight now. The energy started.
Oh, yeah, that's okay.
Sorry.
You'll be on again.
I will be on again, yes.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your show.
You're welcome.
It was really good. And thank you, everyone, for watching. We will be back soon with Online Psychic Science.